Okay, but I still need, if you want me to shoot, I will, but you'll still need to stop because I have to end it, so. Can't do that for a ride.
Time here is 7:31 Central Standard Time. Camera clock is off just a little bit, but it's pretty close. What I wanted to get down here, one of the landmarks of Strawberry Point was the big strawberry on top of the city and county building, or city office building, I guess. There it is, up on the right. Look at the big strawberry. Okay, I'm trying to find Uncle Archie and Aunt Millie's house. It's right around the corner down here. Well, it used to be anyway. There's the old machine shop, livery stable, and livery field and sale stable. That's where Uncle Archie used to work, I believe. Okay, East Mission. Oh my. The house is gone. It used to be right here. It's now a machine shop. There's the old garage. Hang on. That was the garage. Okay, move along. But shoot, now the house has been torn down. Huh. This is the alley that led down to the house that I'd walked many times. Okay, you can go a little faster, Mary. Where Uncle Archie used to work at times over here in what is now Norton's Repair Shop. I'm gonna wonder what I'm doing. In my pocket in a second. Strawberry Point, coming from, we've gone down and made a U-turn and come back because to the west the sun was so bright. There's a grocery store we go to get groceries for picnics. We're heading into, this is coming in from the west. I believe this used to be the old hotel over here on the corner. A lot of new buildings. Several new buildings anyway. Yeah, this is heading back to the west. No, just keep going. Yeah, we're headed to Arlington to see Alice. Yoder Feeds. Huh. Like Yoder, Wyoming. the past the old service station where Dad had to get the car fixed one time. When we got here, it wasn't working right. Had to come back. Had to have Mary turn around and come back so we could see the old gas station. And we'd come to get our car fixed. On occasion when we were here. What's the name of the, does this facility have a name?
It's, Hydro,
Put you on the spot, see?
20 years.
You're ARSI. Air Route Surveillance System? Okay.
It has been here about 20 years.
it has, yeah, we're going into our, I think our 19th year this August.
Oh.
We were put here in 78, so then we commissioned later on.
Oh boy, look at all that electronic.
And you'll probably remember that.
Wow.
And let's see. These are the processes in which, let's see, there's one other card. This card here that does computing. So we bring the data in off our, back in off of our antenna and send it in over to this cabinet, and that's where it's, the amplitude is quantized and digitized here, and then from then on it's handled in computer words from this point on, because we have range, of course, we have azimuth, and then we have, with the beacon, we have altitude information. And so, also we have two different radars, so this cabinet not only computes each target's range and azimuth and altitude, it combines the two and says that both radars are seeing the same target.
I see.
And then after we do it, after we complete that operation, also while I got this open, we do send out each time the transmitter fires, we send out a built-in test target which monitors each card in the system, and would light it if it failed meet certain tests.
Okay, tell me again, you said that thing is about 48 feet across? And 37
37 foot high.
feet high.
That's not, that's just the antenna part.
Right. That sits inside that geodesic dome.
I suppose this is what you'd like to do now.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just fascinated by it. It's interesting. This is a geodesic dome that houses an antenna, a rotating antenna, pictures of which we just saw a little moment ago. And probably the lines that you're seeing across the screen are as a result of that antenna rotating. And what this does is track the aircraft, mostly commercial aircraft, or basically anything, but that's what their focus is, in a 200-mile radius of this spot. You get down near Kansas City to the south, Sioux Falls to the west, near Milwaukee, not quite, but 200-mile radius. And the geodesic dome is to protect that rotating antenna inside of there from the elements. This is sitting here just outside of Arlington, Iowa. look at all these corn. This is Millie Schindeldecker Fox and her husband Archie, buried here in Volga, Iowa. And over here is their grandson. He was the son of Alice Fox McElry, and he died of cancer at a young age. Beautiful little cemetery here.
Didn't have a basement in it. And then later, around 1900, I think it was, some man, in memory of his wife, Mr. Keeling, paid for raising the church and putting a basement under it. Of course, they had church dinners and celebrations down there.
And what years was Grandpa pastor here?
1926 and 27.
Just 2 years, huh? Was it 2 full years, or?
I don't think quite 2 full years. And then the stipulation was, when they put the basement in, that the congregation had to pay for repainting the church and spiffing it up.
Yeah. Grandpa's church in Volga, Iowa.
And then about 1960. I don't know if it was sold. You could ask the pastor that if we see him. Or if they just let them take it.
Yeah. All right. Very good.
Okay.
Thank you.
You can move whenever.
So we don't get run over.
They brought us.
Did you get another church from the backside? Nice little church there. Wish we could have gotten in. And we went to see if the pastor was around. Go be able to get in, but we were unable to. He wasn't home. And then right next door was the parsonage. And here's the house where Grandpa and Grandma Schindeldecker lived. And all the kids were living here at one time that were born at that time. And I know that my mother used to play on this porch, and Aunt Ida, Aunt Millie, Aunt Mary. They're taking good care of the house over these years.
I guess you can't take the key out unless you...
These are Scotsmen that settled here and built.
This is a pretty little church.
Now, we never had those pictures up. There used to be a clock over in that wall. Well, this didn't used to be all these fans in here. I think there was just one up in the middle. The one clear up, those lights, they were always there. They had a piano up where that chair was. Where the chair is. Back there was a classroom, and we had like theater seats, those that folded up.
Oh, yeah? Huh. It's amazing.
We didn't have an awful lot of that. We just had the fold. Probably the same chair there.
Yeah.
Did they sell the church to the Baptists, or did they just kind of pass on? Go back to the church.
Yeah? You didn't carve any of your initials in anything?
No, we'd have got. The windows.
So how many pews would the Schindeldecker family fill up here?
Well, there was Ma and Nellie and Annie and I, 4 girls. And Grandma, there'd be 5 of them.
Okay. So, then the others were born after they
Well,
left?
they were the last one.
They were the last, that's right.
Everybody else was married.
Okay. Alice says this was a funeral home at one time, right across the street from the church. Streets, the main street of Volga, Iowa.
Nellie Bell Schindeldecker and Archie Fox, and I was born in Volga, October 30th, 1927. I went to school at Volga, and I graduated from Upper Iowa University, and I taught school for 36 years. I have 3 kids. Gerald was born February 15th, 1948, and he passed away in 1993. Ruth Ann was born November 21st, 1956, and Dennis was born 15th of December 1958. Ruth is a pinstriper and a quality control person at Lifeline Ambulance Company, and she delivers ambulances sometimes. Dennis is a, I guess you'd call him, he's a welder and metal fabricator. Dennis has 2 boys, Matt and Dan. Matt's in school yet. Dan is a metal fabricator, and he graduated from a class at community college in metalwork. Jerry had 2 boys, Shannon and Colin. Shannon is a perpetual art student. Colin is a jeweler up at Decorah, Iowa. And Ruth has 4 kids. David was born with spina bifida. He's had a real bad time all his life. Michelle has graduated a year ago, and she's been in the Marines for a year. Brian will graduate next year, and today he is in Des Moines enlisting in the Navy. He wants to be in the Naval Air Corps. Jesse's still in school. And let me see, where am I? Jesse's a girl. A lazy girl. Did I hit them all? I had No great-grandchildren?
You have some grandchildren that are great, though.
Yeah, right. My favorite thing to do now, for about 8 years, we've gone out and with a group, we go out and restore cemeteries and straighten stones and re-glue them. And that's just a real rewarding thing. About 4 years ago, my friend and I put together a book on Walker City. And in this book, there's quite a bit about our grandfather, Schindeldecker, when he was a pastor at the Presbyterian Church. And I'm into genealogy. I do a lot of work for other people, enough that I don't get my own done. And I guess that's about all.
Oh, great. Thank you, Alice.
Fox, call me Bud. Born October 19th, 1929. And
Where were you born at?
Volga City.
Volga City.
I guess that's Volga City.
Uh-huh.
Graduated from high school in Volga and married schoolmate Ruth, and we've been married for about 48 years.
48 years, huh?
And had 4 children, 3 of them alive, and lost our oldest daughter. And we got 10 grandchildren, 3 great-grandchildren. We got a grandson getting married 7th of September. I don't know, we raise a couple acres of garden and do farm market on weekend. I work in the grain bin business. Ruth, she stays nights with a old gentleman in town. She has for about 12 years. And we try to keep busy most of the time.
Sounds like you're really busy.
And
You're fishing.
like to ice fish in the wintertime.
Yeah. Tell me about your farmer's market that you have out on near the river, Mississippi.
Well, we raise tomatoes, pumpkins, and squash, cabbage, cucumbers, beans, lots of green beans. And I buy sweet corn and buy melon. I get potatoes out of Wisconsin in the fall, and we sell a lot of Idaho sweet onion. And
You get those do they truck them in from Idaho? Is that where you get them?
they ship them in. We pick them up from another dealer that buys a semi-load of them.
I see.
And Alice has helped us in the fall, and Ruth's sister helps us. It takes about 6 of us on weekends to keep the thing going.
Yeah.
There's so many sightseers that come down because Northeast Iowa is a beautiful place in the fall of the year. And the leaves are turning. A lot of tourists.
Yeah.
And
And you go down near the Mississippi to sell this?
yeah, close to the Mississippi, about a mile from the river. And people go down through there and across the river and go up in Wisconsin to the apple orchard.
Huh.
And now we got the casino riverboat, Miss Marquette, just a mile down the river from us, and a lot of people go there. And they know that they're not going to make any money, but they go there anyway and leave it.
Huh. Well, that's great.
But
Tell me about your parents. What did your dad do in his time?
well, Dad was just a farm laborer, I guess what you call him, and he always provided for his family.
Yeah.
And Ma was Millie Schindeldecker.
Yeah. They were hard workers, weren't they?
You bet.
I remember your dad telling Alice that one of the remembrances I had of him was when I was a little boy, about David's age, he took me fishing out on the farm. Stream ran through the farm, and he helped me catch my first fish. It was the first one I'd ever caught, and he helped me catch my first fish. I'll always remember that. And then he put me up on the tractor and let me ride it, he didn't let me drive the tractor, of course. But I was sitting on the tractor seat, and it was quite a...
He liked to tell stories.
Oh, yeah.
And sit and visit, and he could just make a story just go over like.
That's right. That's right. Well, thanks, Bud. Appreciate that. Now we'll have Ruth tell us about the kids. And she's in charge of telling all the birth dates here. Is that right?
I guess so.
Okay.
Well, I married him a couple of years after we graduated from high school. We were classmates. My maiden name was Oldfather, Ruth Oldfather.
Oldfather.
Yes. And good old German name.
Yeah.
Oh, we had 4 children. Jim was born August 11th in 1950, and he married and has 3 children. He also has 2 grandchildren.
Huh.
Has a daughter and 2 sons, Shelley and Jamie. Jamie has 3 grandchildren, doesn't he?
I said 3 great-grandchildren.
Jamie has a little girl, and Shelley has 2 boys, and then John will be married in September, September, the 1st of September. And then our second son was Gene, Harry Eugene, really, we call him Gene anyway. He was born the 9th of January in 1952. He's married, lives in Maynard, and has an acreage there. He does welding, I guess, at on box cars in Owine.
Oh, really?
Repairing box cars.
Huh.
And his wife is an art teacher in Owine. They have a son who is, what is he, 13, 14, something like that. And I didn't tell you, Jim lives in Monona, near us. Right now they're doing some farming. He also sells Apache farm equipment.
Oh.
And then Kathy was our 3rd child. And she has 4 children, but she died of cancer in 88, summer of 88. And she was born July the 7th in 53. She was just 35 when she died. And left 4 children. The oldest boy is Ronnie Jr. She married Chapman. And her oldest son is right now is the manager of Happy Joe's in Iowa City, a college town here. Yeah. These are 3 of Kathy's children. This is the youngest one, Charlie. He's it was in grade 9 in 1993, so this is an older one. And then Amanda, she's a beauty.
Yeah.
She's 12 in this one. And then Calvin is the...
He's a troublemaker.
He's 18 right now. He
I
was
see.
Grade 8 here when he had this taken.
Uh-huh.
And then Ronnie is the older one. Calvin now lives in Owine, and the other 2 are living with their father and stepmother.
I see.
And so then our youngest one is Mary. She was born the 16th of January in 55. And she and her family right now are in New Orleans. Their children are in for 2 gymnastics.
Wow.
And Hans has been champion in Iowa. What's he? He's 15? I think he must be 15. But he's competing in the Junior Olympics in New Orleans.
Wow, that's quite an honor.
And
He was 5 times champion, national champion in tumbling with Moser Dancing School
Huh.
here.
He's been received awards from the governor of Iowa for 2 or 3 years in a row now being
Boy, that's something.
champion. They've been to Where did they go? They went way out east for one tournament, and
Going to Nashville, Tennessee.
he ended up, was he second, or I think he got second.
He was second that time,
National.
but he was 5 times national champion.
Huh.
So, Hans is the oldest, and then Erica, I think. They're both into 4-H. They've had a real busy week because this week was the fair.
Oh,
They
yeah.
had competed at the fair. She had Thursday night, Erica had style show, and then Friday they showed pigs, and it was Friday they showed their steer. Erica showed her steer. Saturday, Hans had to show his pigs, and he showed his pigs at 11 o'clock. At 2 o'clock, he had to be in Waterloo to go with the bus.
Oh, boy. Really busy.
And then Erica stayed and showed horses on Sunday. Their horses on Sunday. Monday was the sale to sell their pigs, and they had it lined up so theirs would be the first pigs after the championships to be sold, so that they could take off. So
My
I hope
goodness.
they should be there right now.
Yeah. Huh.
So,
That's
and
neat.
as he said, I've taken care of the Hupfers for 10, 12 years, stay nights with them.
Do you stay during the week, you stay every night with
Every
them?
every night of the week.
Is that right?
And now I stay from 10 to 10. He sleeps all night. All I really do is get him up, but his wife died a year ago.
Even on the weekends? Is that right?
His wife died a year ago, and so it's not so much work now.
Oh.
Just more or less that there's someone there with him. There's someone
Yeah.
there all the time.
Who takes care of him during the day?
Well, there's another lady that comes in at 10. She
Oh.
stays from 10 till 6, and then there's one that comes in from 6 till 10.
I see.
So,
Oh, that's quite a routine for you.
yes, it is. He wasn't very well here a month ago, but he snapped out of it, so we're
Yeah.
still. He's 92, so it
Wow.
can't go on forever.
Yeah.
But I do that and pick beans.
Some of which we're going to have for supper
Some
tonight.
of which we're going to have for supper.
All right.
Yes.
Well, thank you, Ruth.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Box at the sale.
Now Bud's got his glasses on here. Alice dug out some glasses, huh? What's on those pages there, Bud?
Well, it says miscellaneous for rent, 2-bedroom house, or duplex. And, are you short on down payment? Government will help. Well, there's a good-looking gal over here. Vehicles for sale?
Boy, those are miracle glasses.
Well, they are. They probably got better lens in them than what I've got. Okay?
Oh, let's see.
Where's that? Is that Owen or
Oh, wine paper, yeah.
Tell me more about that good-looking girl you see there.
Well, blonde, long-legged.
Too young for you.
Huh?
Too young for you.
Yeah.
There's potato chips. You eat potato chips sometimes? They're $1.35.
Oh, I'm reading it and
Yeah.
here it is at home. I read it at home this morning.
For what? What do you buy
We
dog
got
food?
mail.
Who eats dog food? You? Ah, you do that. Who eats dog food?
You say Chelsea?
Yeah, see, that's $6.99 for a bag. Do you think she'd like that kind?
This is Ruth Ann, and she's the daughter of Alice May. And Alice May, of course, is the daughter of Millie and Archie Fox. And Alice, you'll have to tell me now, are you the oldest of Alice's children?
No, I
You're
was
the-
the second one.
You're the second one.
There's Jerry, me, and then Dennis.
Okay. And tell me a little bit about what you do now and where you work and
I
that
work
sort of
at Lifeline Emergency Vehicles in Sumner, Iowa. We build ambulances, and I pinstripe and inspect.
You've been doing that, you think you told me? Yeah, okay. And Tell me a little bit about where you were born and your birth date and that sort of thing.
I was born in West Union, 11/23/54.
Something like that.
Okay, and how many kids do you have?
I have 4 kids.
And what are their names?
David Peterson, and David was born 5/11/75, and Michelle Peterson was 5/20/77, and Brian Peterson 1/24/79, and Jessica Brooke 8/5/93.
All right, all right.
83.
Yeah. And your husband Dave now, he tell me about him. I understand he works in Indiana most of the time.
Yep, he got in with a company from Cuba, Missouri, and they build Casey stores.
Oh, those little convenience stores?
Mm-hmm. He's the foreman of the cement crew.
Huh. And where does he work in Indiana?
Right now he's in Kentland.
Canton?
Kentland.
Oh, Kentland. And how far is that from here?
About 6.5 hours.
And I understand he drives home every weekend?
Right.
Wow. That's quite a routine for him. That's neat that he can do that. And this is Jessica? Marie, is that right?
Diane.
Jessica what?
Diane.
Jessica Diane, okay. And how old are you?
13.
13. Going into what grade?
7th.
7th grade. And you were born where?
Sumner.
Sumner. How far away is that from here in Arlington?
About 25 miles.
25 miles. And school's going to start pretty soon, I hear, huh? What's your favorite subject?
Spelling.
Spelling. Awesome. That's great. Well, thank you very much for sharing a little bit about yourself. Take this and put it in our archives for future reference, huh?
Michelle, she's in the Marines in California, Camp Pendleton, and she's got about 3 more years to go.
What's her rank and what's her?
She just became Lance Corporal.
Huh. What's her MO, as they used to say, or method of operation, or job?
She works in administration.
Mm.
She types up leaves.
Oh, really? How long has she been in the service?
Just a little over a year.
Hmm.
She graduated 1 week.
That's a nice looking picture. Great.
Brian
And my other son, Brian, went to sign up for the Navy today.
Today?
Des Moines, Iowa.
Great, that's neat. Thank you, Pete. See?
Pregnant?
There you go. All right, mother-daughter here. That's a good picture. Like that. Alice May on the right. Whoops, no, on the left. And Ruth Ann, right?
Right.
That's your middle name was Ann.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you, with my mother being Ann, where did the Ann part come from?
I really wanted Martha Ann, but it didn't. Then it went to Ruth Ann.
Mm-hmm.
So are you glad you're Ruth Ann instead of Martha Ann? Yeah, I like Martha.
Okay. These are the children of Bud and Ruth Fox, and two of their children. Mary's not here tonight. She's in. Where'd you tell me Mary's down in?
New Orleans.
New Orleans. Okay.
Junior Olympics.
That's right. And let's see, Jim, you're the oldest of the brothers and sisters, aren't you? And Jean?
Jean's second, then Kathy was the next, deceased,
And then Mary.
and Mary.
Yeah. Okay, what I'd like to have you guys just tell me a little bit about what you're doing and where you live, and tell me your birth date, if you can remember that. And a little bit of whatever you'd like to say. And so Jim, if I could, I'll start with you.
Great.
Since you're the oldest, see, rank has its privilege here.
Sometimes.
And how many ears of corn did you have tonight?
8.
8.
That's why he's
sweet corn tonight.
He didn't need to try to get it all back at once, did he?
All right, tell me where you live.
Monona, Iowa.
And what are you doing there these days?
Oh, we sell farm equipment, short line farm equipment, own an overhead door business, and farm about 300 acres. A few beef cows.
And what are you farming? What crops are you raising there?
Corn and hay mostly. A few oats.
I see. How long you been doing that?
About 3 years.
About 3 years.
Farming.
Yeah. And now, where were you born? And what year were you born?
Oh, I guess I was born in West Union Hospital on about August 11th, 1950.
1950. All right. And you're married, and how many children do you have?
3.
3.
No,
That you know of, huh? That's good. I like that.
Shelley's 26, Jamie's 24, and John is 22. He's getting married 9th or 10th, 7th of September.
All
Next
right.
month.
Okay. Great. Well, thank you.
3 grandchildren.
3 grandchildren. So what's it like to be a grandpa? You like that?
It's okay except having to sleep with grandma.
We discussed that before too. She also has to sleep with grandpa.
All right. All right, moving over here to Gene. Gene, tell us what you do.
I work at Transco Railway Products in Owine and as a blacksmith there. And then I also have an acreage where we live. We used to raise hogs, but gotten out of the hogs now and just have horses.
Just have horses. How many horses do you have?
Too many.
Too many. I see.
Well, we have 20. Right now, we have 24 horses.
24? Holy smokes! What do you do with them? Are you raising these for dog food, or is that?
No, we've got some people looking at some of them to sell some of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Are these ones that you've?
All what we've got, everything. Most of them we raised ourselves.
Really? So when you got into the horse end of it, how many did you start with?
1.
Just one, huh?
Then we went to 2. Then we went to 3, and it's just escalated from there.
Wow.
One doesn't work out too well.
Now, did you tell me yet where you were born?
No, I haven't. I was born January 16th, 1952 in Volga City, Iowa.
Okay. Huh.
I'm married and have my wife Cindy and one son Morgan, who's 12.
Okay. Speaking of Cindy and Morgan, here they are.
Yep.
All right. Morgan, tell me a little bit about you. What grade are you in this year? 7th grade. So you're going to be in the same grade with Jess, right?
Yep.
And do you guys go to the same school?
No.
What school do you go to?
Owine Middle School.
Owine. Okay. What are your favorite subjects?
I can tell you,
What's that, Grandpa?
ball and girls.
No? Do you like to play football? No, huh? Okay.
More soccer.
Soccer. That's cool.
Play. The play.
Let's see. Hold it. Let me see your shirt here. I understand your mother made that, huh? All right.
That was his first play that he was in.
Really?
I directed it.
You did? What part did you have in the play?
The mosquito and
The mosquito.
and a shrub.
And a shrub.
Can't afford a new one.
Awesome. That's cute. Well, good looking kid there, Morgan. Cindy, tell me what you do.
I'm an art and computer teacher at Owine Middle School. So I had him last year.
You had him last year.
And I'll have him this year and possibly next year.
Did you get in trouble, Morgan, at all with your mom this year? How did that work out? she have to send you to the office or anything like that?
Once.
Once?
Once.
That was just for an opinion.
Ah. Did she ever keep you after school for disciplinary reasons?
No, I
No?
always had to stay after school to wait for her.
It was just by default. I see. Okay. Go ahead, Cindy. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Oh, that's okay. Let's see, I was born in Pontiac, Illinois,
Hmm.
and I was born, let's see, January 7th of 1953. And we met in my mother's living room.
No kidding. How did that come about?
You want to
No,
take
go
it? We met at, he had just moved into the neighborhood and,
In Illinois?
no, in Iowa here.
Uh-huh.
My family moved to Iowa.
Oh, I see.
And anyway, he moved into the neighborhood, and at my parents' 25th wedding anniversary surprise party, the neighbors brought him over, and we were introduced.
Cool.
Yeah, I was down. Yeah, actually, then he introduced me to horses. Then it was definitely downhill.
So you like horses too, huh?
Yeah. He gave me a horse for an engagement gift.
Really?
And that got us into the Arabs.
Wow. That's pretty neat.
This guy was born January 20th of 1984 in Waterloo, Iowa.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about your, how long have you been teaching?
I've been teaching 6 years full time. I just had the computer given to me this last year, and I really enjoyed those classes. But my passion is art.
Yeah.
I also direct the junior high or the middle school plays, and let's see, I'm the sponsor of the annual that we have for the middle school too.
I see.
So very active.
Yes. Do you do any, freehand drawing, like portraits or anything like that?
I specialize in equine portraiture.
I see.
So, yeah, a horse, I can draw a horse.
Lovely horses, huh? Awesome. That's great. Well, thank you so much for sharing a little bit about you. This will be great. Appreciate it.
You'll break the camera.
This is Jim and Barb, and we've got a little bit of introduction with Jim a while ago, and now we get to meet Barb on camera anyway. So, Barb, I'd like to have you tell us a little bit about you as far as what you're doing these days.
That's your book on, Barb.
I want to hear the whole 9 yards.
The whole 9 yards. We run a business and we farm, so that takes up about 13 hours a day. So that's
13.
Yeah, not too bad. It could be worse.
And what are your primary duties for the day to carry those things out, carry the business on?
Answering the phone, getting parts, and if there's something needing to be done on the farm, you do it.
Yeah.
You just know.
Yeah. Over here.
Yeah.
Hi, David. Like to know where you were born, and what year you were born.
I was born in Pittsville, Wisconsin.
Pittsville.
Yes, in 1953.
What was the day and date?
April 21st, 1953.
Okay. And how'd you guys meet? If you were, did you?
I seen her picture
Here
hanging
it
on the
goes,
gas station
wall.
No kidding.
Why was it there?
Why was it on the gas station wall?
Well, her poster pinup for the month.
No. No, he worked construction for Jerry Moore from Arlington.
I see.
And he was up in Wisconsin building buildings, and a friend of mine ran the gas station, and him and I were giving a speech for the town, and it was a picture of him, but I happened to be sitting there. That's how.
I see.
And he told Art to get him a date with that girl, so that's how this all comes. Blind date.
Blind date for her. I mean, I seen her picture.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's neat. How long you guys been married now?
8 wonderful years, that ain't bad out of 26.
You remember 26 when I knew he wasn't gonna.
I like his one-liners here. He's got some good one-liners.
It's gotten better. It used to be 2 wonderful years, so see, it's up to 8 now.
Oh, boy. Well, thank you for sharing a little bit.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. Go, yes?
Hi. My name's Dennis McElry. Alice is my mom. Birth date 12/15/56. Live in West Union, Iowa. Have 2 children, Dan, Matt, 1 dog. What else you want to know?
What do you do for a living?
Oh, work in precision sheet metal fabrication shop.
What kind of things do you make there? Enclosures?
Enclosures, drill holes, make some tooling.
Yeah.
You invented something.
I invented something.
What'd you invent?
I don't know, what was it?
I don't know, oh, that thing for the ditch witch. Kind of. I do part-time work on equipment and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Work on race cars.
Did you invent something for a ditch witch?
No, not really. Some other guy made one that's a bale, not a bale motor. Just put their cable reel on the front of it.
Uh-huh.
It's hydraulic.
Uh-huh.
Pick it up and they carry it along with it as they trench
Oh.
the ground in the back. Guy in town here is actually the one that made it the first time.
Have you patented that or anything? Uh-huh. Tell me about your race car interests. What do you like to do with that? Are you the racer?
Nope. Cost too much money. Just help work on it, pound out dents, change motors, get things ready to go, work on the hauler, trailer, change tires. There's a lot of work involved.
How did your interest grow in that? When was the first time you got hooked on working with the race cars?
Goes back before we got married. Almost bought one once.
Huh. Did you repair cars as a kid and like to work on cars and that sort of thing?
Yeah, worked in a gas station for probably about 12, 13 years old. Started working in a gas station in summertime.
Mm-hmm.
Did that until, I guess it's been 18 years ago now.
Huh.
Quite a while.
Yeah.
Went into road construction after that for 9 years.
Were you a heavy equipment operator with that? Or?
Maintenance, welder, kind of got into the welding end of it, I guess.
Uh-huh.
That's where I learned how to use weld more.
I see. Well, that's pretty interesting. Catch up on things like that.
Get to play with that big equipment once in a while.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Dennis. Over here is Dennis's better half.
Hi. Joyce McElroy. My maiden name was Peyton. Was born in Independence, Iowa. We got married April 24th, 1976. Bicentennial year.
Sure.
Mm.
We have 2 boys, Dan and Matt. Danny was born February 27th of 1977, and Matt was born February 23rd of 1981.
Very good.
You have to rattle that off once in a while for people.
Do you work outside the home?
I've been a secretary for the Department of Human Services in Fayette County for 20 years now.
Really?
Well,
Huh.
started there before Matt was born, before Danny was born.
Uh-huh. And then I understand you help with the race cars too on a,
Oh, yeah.
you're the,
I do the filming, the videotaping, and take
All right.
down the time trials, and bring the food along.
yeah? All right.
That's fun.
Really? And you guys are off, you said pretty soon in September you're going to Ohio for that?
Ohio, World 100. That'd be, there's a couple after that, but that pretty much takes care of the rest of the year.
Uh-huh.
Getting kind of late.
Yeah.
Most of them are done around here.
Usually my
starts flying, huh?
They can start all over next year.
Yeah, there you go. You work through the winter, then getting cars ready for the next season?
Yeah, 2 or 3 of them built new this year for some people, I guess. So I've been told.
Well, thank you very much for giving us a little snapshot of what you guys are up to.
Well, you're welcome.
The camera here, huh? It's hot.
Hot in Iowa.
Scratch.
Okay. This is Alice May's house in Arlington, Iowa. And this is Thursday, August 8th. And today we're going to go see where Bud's working. He's up by Prairie du Chien, putting up grain bins today. And he asked if we could come up and see him, about 75 miles north of here. But this is Alice's house, a very beautiful home. It's an older home that she's put a lot of work in to dress up. And it's got a lot of character inside with a lot of oak furnishings, antiques, and that sort of thing. Last time we were here, we had supper on the porch. Alice had supper fixed, and we ate out here on this big, wide porch. The thing we all remember was there, for some reason, there was a lot of black bugs that made themselves known here. Now the porch is nicely shaded, well decorated with other plants and that. This is a clock that was Aunt Millie's, Uncle Archie's.
After dinner, Harry fell asleep in his favorite place, happily dreaming of how much fun it had been getting dirty. He slept so soundly, he didn't even feel the scrubbing brush he hidden under his
A lot of antique furniture that Alice has collected. The auctions that she goes to and places around the area. This used to be a dentist's office. This room in here, this was the entryway. There's a little built into the colonnade here. Bows. Alice likes to collect Santa Claus figurines and owls.
This sounds like a job.
The chairs they had also, but they had belonged to Granny and Grandpa.
Oh, really?
But they bought the table when they got married.
Huh. This is Aunt Millie and Uncle Archie's table that they bought when they got married from Archie's folks. This is the dining room. Here's a kitchen. Kind of taking a picture tour of your house.
Okay. Okay.
Here's the lady of the house.
that's the guest of the house.
This is the guest. This is a.
Hi.
Is this a foreign Iowan?
Yes. It certainly is.
This is our mess in here while we're here. Nice, pretty bedroom. This used to be a porch, sun porch. And Alice's boy helped take the wall out, redo the bed, redo the area for a full bedroom. What I like the most in this room is this piece right here. Alice says this was painted over several times and she stripped it down, restored it. Look at the detail in that. Ooh, wow, look at that.
Brass bed, which needs polish.
Yeah. Huh. Wow, that's pretty. Where they have the farmer's market. At McGregor. This is McGregor, and near McGregor, right?
Right, just about. We're half a mile from town.
Huh.
Do you want me to move or do you want?
Sure. This will be good.
I take it back. It's down here he parks. But then people are all parked down here.
Mm-hmm.
And he keeps his mold. Otherwise they don't mow it.
Bud does?
Bud mows it.
Is that right?
And another guy gives him a little bit of money, I believe. But the rest of them just come and park.
Sure is pretty in here with all the trees.
You must have missed that one. I don't see it. Because that's where you go to get in. Then over on this side is where they had the restaurant. The old bridge went off that cliff over there.
Oh, really? Tell me how you put these together.
Well, just put the first ring together first on the cement, and then we put the roof on piece by piece, and tighten all the bolts up, and hook the jacks on, and jack it up. I guess we could raise that just a foot the way it is, and show them how we do it.
You said this other one's going to have 4 more rows on it?
We'll have 4 more rings on it. It'll be 12 rings high, and it's 36 foot across. It's going to hold about 29,000 in there, about 29,000 bushels.
Huh. Why don't we get these guys on tape too there?
Yeah.
Leonard, tell me again your name, your full name.
Leonard Olson.
Okay, and you're the owner?
Yeah.
Of the operation?
Yeah.
Of this?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's our boy Stuart.
Hi, Stuart. How are you? And these guys,
I'm Bill Baskerville.
Bill?
I live 2 miles east of Winona. Bud lives where I was raised.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. And
I'm Larry Sudner.
Larry, nice to meet you again. Huh. Now, are these part of your crew?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just Bill and Larry and I work.
Mm-hmm.
We just work for the farmer.
Yeah.
The money makers, I guess.
The
spenders.
Yeah. So Leonard, how many acres do you have here on your farm?
Well, if you want to really put on it, this farm has got 70 acres.
70,
okay, but that's not exactly true.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got about 800 acres of our own, and then we're renting quite a few farms. So we've got in a little over 500 acres more.
I see.
And we milk cows.
Okay. You sure have a lovely farm yard here. Anyway, you know, one thing that's really amazed me as I've come across Iowa is how.
You see all them flowers up there?
Yeah.
Wife? Got a half a mile of them, haven't you?
There's quite a few. Stuart does that. But you know what's funny? What's funny? Like you'll be someplace and someone will say, "Where do you live?" Well, between Seneca and Mount Sterling.
Yeah.
And then we'd say it's just halfway in between. We're up on a hump. The place with a long row of flowers.
That's the place.
I go up to Gay's Mills and get apples from Sunset. Yeah, just one kind. And I've admired them flowers for quite a while since we've been going up there, you know. Yeah. It's always so pretty in the fall. And I said, somebody does a lot of work to take care of them. And, Thursday this morning, never thought about calling last night or anything. I thought you might enjoy seeing what I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I worked for Jim there 7 years doing it, and then I've been on mowing about 12 years, I guess. This is the biggest one that I've ever put up.
Really? Yeah, that's a...
But I sold him. That's kind of a deal. He
Oh, really?
put it in all the bins.
The legwork here, huh? Huh. The bin's gonna stand on these legs.
We're going county.
Oh, we are.
Here's the dam down here, place you can drive in and
Am I crooked-legged? How's that going?
M-I, crooked letter. Crooked letter I, crooked letter I, humpback, humpback I. Oh, he's 88, and has 88 on his cake.
These are the locks at Lynxville. We're in Wisconsin, right? Lynxville, Wisconsin, on the Mississippi. Beautiful scenery around here. Here comes one of the barges through the locks.
Nice breeze through here. Yeah, it feels great.
This is one step in a stairway of locks and dams on the upper Mississippi River that extends from St. Louis, Missouri to Minneapolis, Minnesota. The river drops a total of 420 feet in a distance of 699 miles. A series of 29 locks and dams make navigation possible on this stretch of river. Here at Lock 9, the lock chamber is 600 feet long and 110 feet wide. We have a lift of 9 feet. Water comes in from above the upper gates and discharged below lower gates. The lock chamber fills and empties by gravity. There are no pumps. The lock is operated 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. There is no charge for lockages. Lock 9 is located 647.9 miles above the mouth of the Ohio River. It was the largest pool area in the St. Paul district with a total of 30,529 acres. Over 4,600 lockages are made annually at this facility. Lock 9 is the only pool in the St. Paul district with boundaries formed by 3 states. The dam section consists of 5 roller gates and 18 inner gates and an earth dike 9,100 feet long, reaching to high ground on the Iowa side. Thank you for your visit and have a good day.
Really has enough room to clear the channel.
Story in the paper about the pilot, and not long ago they had one that was a rolling pilot.
It was built at a cost of $4,665,559. This is one step in the stairway of locks and dams on the upper Mississippi River. It extends from St. Louis, Missouri to Minneapolis, Minnesota. The river drops a total of 420 feet in a distance of 699 miles. A series of 29 locks
Now they're going to grab a rope here.
possible on this stretch of river. Here at Lock 9, the lock chamber is 600 feet long and 110 feet wide. We have a lift of 9 feet. Water comes in from above the upper gates and discharged below lower gates. The lock chamber fills and empties by gravity. There are no pumps. The lock is operated 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. There is no charge for lockages. Lock 9 is located 647.9 miles above the mouth of the Ohio River. It was the largest pool area in the St. Paul.
These are grain bins, aren't they?
Welcome to Lock and Dam 9. This lock was put in operation in 1938. It was built at a cost of $4,665,559. This is one step in the stairway of locks and dams on the upper Mississippi River.
The birds probably come along and eat off any that's spilled out.
Yeah, I'll bet.
The river drops a total of 420 feet in a distance of 699 miles. The series of 29 locks and dams.
And why there's only 2 sections over there on that side is so that the tugboat can find its spot so that they can close the gates behind it and then raise the water.
Boy, they had that right down to the fraction. So,
It's opening up. Something how they hook these together. They're all roped together. Cabled together. There's 3 sections. One there. Middle one. And the outside one. The boat had pushed it up a ways, now it's backing up to pick it up from the rear. have double Daves. 2 Daves, huh?
Yeah. He wants to take it home with him.
Yeah.
Tell Bob that's not a problem. Just cut a check.
Just write a check
I
out.
take credit cards.
You do you? All right.
Visa.
This is Ruth's husband. His name is Dave too. And tell me a little bit what you do for the tape purposes here. Where you work?
Self-employed. I pour concrete, carpentry work. Building Casey stores right now. Indiana, Missouri, and Illinois.
You drive every weekend to Indiana from here.
Pretty much.
That's about six and a half hours, you said, huh?
Yeah. Last year it was 8 hours.
Wow.
Down by Indianapolis, Terre Haute.
Uh-huh. Huh.
Pays the bills.
You bet. And through the trees over here is the barn he's working on to restore.
Tell anybody out there who wants to come help, they more than welcome.
I get to paint it.
Well, you get to paint it, huh? Awesome.
Big wreaths are going to come down, I hope this fall yet.
Well, aren't they pretty? You gotta look at the top, then you really appreciate it.
You're going to take some of these down?
Yeah. I don't like them.
Huh.
They're,
Right.
and this used to be all garden,
Wow.
where you can see it.
Uh-huh.
And all them years, I never put nothing back in it.
Huh. You sure got it nicely mowed. And
That was a mess. I cleaned that up and cut many trees.
now what are these little places where the, what is that, dill or what is
That's asparagus.
Asparagus.
Yeah. I was telling him, Grandma, that grove, that was weeds this high last
No
fall.
kidding.
I was in there all winter.
Huh.
They tried to do it all in 1 year. They just moved here in October.
Uh-huh.
We come along. Well, you see that big pile of wood, that's... It don't look too big from here, but I'll tell you, I worked many, many hours on that.
Yeah. All those, back in the corner there, that's those stumps?
No, that big pile of stuff there.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know, I cut down like about 7 or 8 trees.
Uh-huh.
Burned all the brush, all the dead stuff that was back there. We cut the bottom 4 foot of branches off them evergreen trees.
Huh.
Weeds growing out of them, you know, big ragweeds. And
Yeah.
they actually grow this year. They grew.
Yeah, you
Well,
get
we got
some of
rid
that
of- yeah.
growth out and they take off again.
Well, it was just, it looked disgusting. It was all dead branches, you know.
Yeah.
They're too close together. You can see it. I can't believe it. I'm just,
Sure come along.
yeah. I probably spent, you gotta keep in mind now, I've done all this by myself.
Yeah. A lot of hard work.
Oh man, tore them buildings down piece by piece.
Yeah, I'd like to see the
The
backside.
condition. You can look through there now and see the sky roof,
Yeah.
skylights.
Skylights.
That long ago.
Uh-huh.
But look
Yeah,
at
it's got
look at the condition of it.
modern shingles on it.
And then, why, when they put the new roof on that, did they stop there?
Yeah.
You know?
That is a puzzle, isn't it?
Well, that's stupid. That's not very.
Is that silo still functional?
No, it hasn't been used for years.
You gonna keep it up or will you take it down?
That'll be in a hole right over here with all the rocks.
Yeah.
Did you go to Uncle Bud's house today?
No.
Okay. He lives on shingles on the old part. That kitchen, Bob and my best friend bought this farm, the 60 acres, from the teacher
Uh-huh.
22 years ago. He took all the money and put that kitchen addition on.
Huh.
That kitchen addition is 22 by 22 with a full basement. That sheet of, you know how you get the shaking stuff?
Yeah.
Dave, I would have helped you.
I'm on a step ladder with that piece of stuff on my back, trying to get the screw in my legs.
Ooh.
I wasn't about to give up on
Did
it.
you have poles or something to help the
Well, I didn't have
brace
enough
it?
hands. I couldn't get that. I couldn't reach the board until once I got the
Mm-hmm.
1 or 2 screws in. Then I'd reach over and grab me a board.
The countertops yourself?
No, I had that done. don't think, Bob, I would have tackled the countertop myself anyway. I'm not,
We're not finished.
I'm not, I don't have the tools, I've never,
You don't have the patience.
no, they don't, that's what I mean.
I just assume he doesn't do his finished work.
Yeah, Fred's family is still, Bill in Milwaukee, his brother Harold in California.
You know what I wish I would have done now though, is that wall directly in front of me there, just knock a hole in there, put a header across there, and made that room right there, behind that picture, part of this room. 'Cause right now I could, I'd have me a little wood burning stove or a fireplace over in that corner.
Yeah, that's just covering up the stain. It just came back from undercoating.
So your job is to do the striping and to inspect this then when it's done?
I inspect when they come out of paint to see what they have to redo on the paint.
Ruth works at this plant in Sumner where they build ambulances. There's one that's close to being done.
The old shaft, Bronco chassis on the shaft.
All right, Bronco colors.
This is the feed booth, and we don't see there's one there right now that's fine. What they doing here? This is the wiring part of it. My friend Marcia does this.
But this
She
is
gets
the,
it ready for them, for the electricians to put
this
finished wire
box
in.
goes into the
That's where
unit?
you saw the attendant seat sitting on.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Because actually it all starts up in metal. That chassis right there will be a Type 1, we call it. All these other ones are Type 3, and then we just call the Stateliners Highliners. We're taking the carpet out of half of this back of this van here and putting in a floor and cotton wrap it to the top.
For ambulance unit too?
Yeah, state of Iowa for some reason. They're putting the cot in it now. I think it's just the state of Iowa is going to haul some of the stuff. This one's completely new yet inside. We get them to tear all the seats out, all the carpet. Before there's diamond tread on it. We used to put carpet in them. And now we've gone to this we call Rhino.
Rhino? Oh,
We even do pickup boxes.
yeah, I've seen
These
it.
people wanted this to make me red. That is so loud.
So you... Where do you get, you know, like these shells and that? Where do you get this stuff from? Where do you
all
get this?
Here. We cut it all here. They're cabinets that they set. And these are all built here and I'll show you them up there. This is our gray line one. All of our cushions are made right here.
All your what?
Cushions,
Oh, the cushion?
pads,
Uh-huh.
all ready to go in right now. I don't know where the lights are, but there we go. It's a girl, a female that builds them all too. She cuts all of her, this is the base for it.
Is that right?
Cuts all the styrofoam and she puts all the material over it.
Huh. You ship these all over the United States then?
All cabinets waiting to go in. Start out just like this, and they glue on the sheets of Formica,
Oh, really?
and they cut them out.
That's something. You know, it's not a very big plant as such, but the impact that it has, you know, with what it puts out is amazing.
That's this office is just some of the upholstery we use.
What's this stuff here? Is that a...
That's Formica.
Oh, that's Formica, isn't it? Being...
That's glued to a board right now. Evidently they're making a cabinet or something. This is one that's just about ready to start cleaning on. I'm not that pinstripe in it ready. I've got photos of something.
This does all the pinstriping here. That's right here. Morning, we're at Jim and Barb Fox's house in Monona, Iowa. And it's pretty early in the morning here. It's 7:47. And we're headed to Milwaukee this morning. Headed to Milwaukee, but Jim and Barb have invited us to come for breakfast. This is their farm area.
Jim says it never works to ask how you want your eggs done.
I don't know why you go to a restaurant or here or wherever, you know, everybody asks you how you want your eggs. You don't make a damn bit of difference. You're gonna get them any way the cook wants to make them.
Just so they aren't running.
Oh, I like them that way.
What did you find in here? Huh?
Oh, that.
Did you find the toy box? Wow.
Oh, yeah. Now you don't like it? Oh, I do.
Not anymore.
I do.
I used to think it was the greatest thing. David!
Sure, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that might be
Who's that?
My fiance.
Oh, really?
She going today?
Yeah,
Hmm.
8 o'clock or 9 o'clock.
This is John, Jim's boy. And John is your youngest?
Yep. Yeah, he's our baby.
And he's getting married in September 7th. Is that right?
Yep.
And are you guys going to be settled in Monona then too, or?
Out in the country on one of Dad's farms that he rents so far until we find a place to buy.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. Well, that's almost here, another month or so, huh?
Yeah. Under a month, yeah. We got everything ready to go, so it's...
Do ya?
Got a little time to back out.
I figured 5 minutes before the wedding, I could
Yeah. Yeah.
Hoses and loading stands, and there's pumps and parts over there. This is one of my spare bailers, of course. And over in here, this is all overhead door stuff over here, garage doors.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you said you did overhead door stuff too.
That was my doorman that buzzed on the phone when we were eating breakfast there.
Oh, okay.
Let me know where
Is this some of your stuff you had from your tiling days?
No. No, that's all for liquid manure equipment.
Oh, okay.
There's a little bit of tile left from the tiling days.
Yeah.
There. That's about all of that's left. I can see right now. That's made out in Norfolk, Nebraska.
Oh, really? Huh. We got friends that live in Norfolk.
Oh, yeah?
Wow. We were just there, I guess not spring, yeah.
I was supposed to have been out there 2 weeks ago to a meeting, but it just didn't work out.
Hmm. But the Apache plant is in Norfolk.
Norfolk, yeah.
Huh. Well, that's interesting. How does a creep feeder work?
Well, this panel folds down, you fill it with feed, and then like for cow-calf operation, your small calves can get in to eat, but the cow can't.
Oh, I see. Just lets a little bit out at a time.
Yep. Yeah, self-feeding.
Like a bird feeder, basically.
Yeah, kind of.
Overgrown bird feeder.
Yeah. But your calves will do better, and the pastures last longer, and cows aren't pulled down as bad, and they'll breed back better. And
This is Bud's place, huh? How many? He said he had like 2 acres of garden, or more than that?
About 5.
5 acres of garden that he processes for his farmer's market. My goodness. Phew.
This one starts here and goes clear down to those light poles down there.
Oh, really? Wow. Boy, that'd be something to try to maintain, wouldn't it?
I have no idea what he's got over in there. Those must be squash or something. Potatoes, cabbage, peppers.
Huh. Well, that cabbage looks good.
Yeah, it does.
Huh.
I don't know where he's got the rest of them. He sets out, last year he set out over 200 tomato plants.
Goodness.
Another garden down off here. I don't know what's down there.
Yeah.
Like the grapes are growing.
Oh, he's got some grapes here. Huh.
This makes a nice place for him, though, really close to town.
Oh, yeah. They're just right on the outskirts of town, aren't they?
They've never owned anything in their life, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Always rented or had a house furnished for him when he worked on the farm.
Yeah. Huh.
The only problem with owning is there's always a lot of fixing to do.
What were these buildings used for at one time?
Oh, this was a chicken house here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. This must have just been storage.
Yeah.
This was a little hog house here.
Huh.
Used to be an old barn here, and he pointed it down there. He tore it down.
What are these things here, Jim?
Those are grain bin floors.
Oh, okay.
These stand up. These sit on the concrete. Then that floor snaps into them and holds them, and you blow air under there to dry grain. Looks like that one's gone mostly weeds. You got mostly sweet corn down in that garden down there. And there's stuff up behind there too.
Yeah. Well, that'd be hard to maintain it, to keep the weeds out with as much expanse as there is here.
Yeah. Got a little tractor here, the shed with a, I don't know if he's got the tiller on it now. Then he goes around, he's got a little rototiller here.